Everybody, this is Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood bar manager, Wookiee Wrangler, chaos coordinator, scoundrel scheduler. You know the rules: no droids, no bounty hunters, no Raylos, no Kyle Ron fans, no Disney sequel trilogy fans of any kind. If you like it, that's great. You're just not going to be welcome here, okay? So, last night, Doomcock had a really good panel on that I missed because I went to bed. I was too tired. Well, I was having way too much fun, to be honest. Yesterday was, I think, a very good day for everybody, the fandom as a whole. Even if you don't agree with letting Kennedy go, or you don't agree that she's gone, you know, there's a unifying moment, I think, in just the idea of somebody new that actually cares about Star Wars, that actually cares about Lucasfilm, that actually puts the good of the product ahead in a legacy ahead of themselves and their own personal ideology. But I wanted to touch on this because I've seen people. Good morning, Vader fanatic. Kind of, pessimistically, negatively ask out loud, if she leaves, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to be brutally honest. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard a lot of really stupid stuff. Just a minute. I got to put the dog away because he's making noise. All right, buddy. Come on, house. Come on. Come on. Come on, house. House. No. Come on. Come on. Give me that. Come. Kojak. Oh, you. Come here. Come. Gotcha. No. Give me that. Come on. House. Get in your house. Don't do that to me. Hey, come on, man. Stop it. Sit down. Come on, house. Come on. Come on, house. Sorry. He's making way too much noise. Anyway, I wanted to tell you. You guys can all laugh, all right, at me. Where's I gonna go? Where was I? Going with this. Okay, so if Kathy leaves, what does that mean? Is it meaningless? I mean, there are people in the fandom menace that bank on being unhappy, so they have something to talk about. And there are brands out there that are based solely on bitching. There are people out there who don't care about the good of the franchise. They want what they want, and really, does it serve us any good to just constantly be angry? No, it doesn't. I mean, it says something about somebody that can't be happy, okay? And think about that. If you can't be happy, why even bother? Well, I mean, if you're so convinced that, Kennedy leaving won't change anything, why bother to even talk about it? Okay? The problem I have is that it's not a well thought up. Oh, and hi, Maze. One of my favorite wrenches is in the house. Him and Dave, Rar, back at you. Him and Dave Pensack are good people. Anyway, what you have going on is just, you can't. First off, there's gonna be massive partying for 2 weeks. Hey, Mephiston. All right, I've already got my bottle of Clico, so I'm set. I'm ready to go. Hey, Sin and Dave, there's another great blue wrench. Another one of my favorite wrench people. Second of all, here's what changes. the person that protects Pablo Hidalgo and the story group, because the story group was invented by Kathy, is Kathy. And if she goes, they go. Okay. No one is going to be there to protect Pablo anymore. And I can't wait to hear he's gone. And from what Doomcock has said, and I think what Andre or Tom or one or the other said, is that maybe it was Cameron. It appears that Jon Favreau and his group have basically figured it out and, kind of isolated the problem at Lucasfilm. And the instigator of all of it is Pablo Hidalgo. Okay. You guys, he's just continuity. Well, he's more than continuity. He's the one that Kennedy would give marching orders to, and he would do it. Okay. I find it hard to believe that she wasn't aware of all the garbage that he pulled. But I also find it easy to believe that she wasn't, because she's a not interested mom. Oh, yeah, because the reason why, and I don't understand it, it's a really not a well thought out idea. If you're like, nothing changes, you're not thinking there. You're looking for an excuse to not want to be happy. Okay. Last night, Doomcock and Valiant Renegade, and I think it was Coach from Echo Base, had a lot to say on the subject. I'm here for what I love. Going forward, we don't know what Star Wars is going to be. But if Jon Favreau actually becomes president of Lucasfilm, I have a better feeling about that than anybody else taking over. Because he gave us Mandalorian. You don't have to be complicated in your storytelling to tell a good story. All you gotta do is get from A to B to C to D in the story in a way that's logical, makes sense, and has a climactic ending that makes people cheer. He knows this. He's also, unlike Kennedy, unlike Pablo, unlike Pablo's wife, unlike Matt Martin, a fan. I don't care what anybody thinks about the sequel trilogy, but you can't create this garbage like the High Republic and convince me that you are a fan, that you care about what you're doing. Hey, all the Blue Ridges are in, except for Drunk 3PO. And I gotta tell you something, they know it's coming. Drunk 3PO lost his Teespring shop. So, my husband just came home, so I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I don't know how long I can be on, but we're going to be attacked, and we are being attacked. Now, I agree that if she goes, the attacks on the fans will stop. It won't, because there's going to be a new sheriff in town. And hey, Oiler Greg. Oh, there's a guy. Hey, Oiler Greg, did you hear all the news? Because I'm literally, right now, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I want to see it and run with it, because, I couldn't think of a better, morning trailer, I couldn't think of a better thing to happen at this point. Have you heard anything else? Because I think the way it sounded, when Andre went and talked to his contact, and his contact saying Doomcock's right, Doomcock's got it right, that it's happening. If she's not gone, she is leaving. And that means everything changes. We have to be hopeful. We have to look at this as being something fantastic is on the horizon. this is a moment for. Oh, I hope he does, Maze. I really do. I hope he does. There was no reason for them to take it down. They were, I mean, it's people who hate Gina, who are angry, who know she's probably know she's already coming back. I mean, that's the thing. Well, I think what Cameron was saying is that somebody complained that he was selling merchandise that wasn't whatever, and they pulled the shop, but if he gets it back, that's great. What Cameron was saying yesterday, awesome, that's great. And then I hope Pablo's next. What Cameron was saying is that she's probably using Indiana Jones 5 as a retirement chip. I don't really think she needs to be president of Lucasfilm to be part of the production team, considering she didn't do anything when she produces. Anyway, her husband's the one. He's a busy guy too. I told you guys, Kennedy Marshall optioned Michael Franzise's book Blood Covenant about his life in the mob for TV, for streaming. And that's not Kathy. That's Frank. Frank did that. All right. He's got Indy 5 coming. And Frank Marshall's one of the people that really worked hard to get Indy 5. So I'm really, really intrigued what the next few weeks is going to be like. Monday, I guess, is the day that Disney starts looking at. It was either the work phones or personal phones. Now, somebody asked, well, can't they get sued for looking at your personal phone? If you're at work, you got a personal phone, and you're screwing around on the boss's dime, and you're causing trouble for the company on your phone, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that this is what I think they're looking for. They're looking to see oh, I know. You're right, Mephiston, you're right. I am looking to see if they're investigating either the bot attacks on Gina, because she accused all that stuff coming out of Lucasfilm. I'm also wondering if they're investigating rewriting Ripley. Yeah, and I would agree. I would agree. No, I don't really see how she could ever, oversee Disney. How? Why would they? No, she's out. No, she's not. If she gets promoted, she'll probably get promoted to some job like Alan Horn's job. But you gotta remember that Reddit leak, was it threw Pablo under the bus, it threw Ryan Johnson under the bus, it threw Disney under the bus. Okay? Blamed everybody but Kathy. What it did do, it made Kathy Kennedy look really, really, really incompetent. Okay? And that you can't, that's a firing offense in and of itself. Being incompetent, having billions of dollars that you've lost because you allowed jackasses like Pablo to run around behaving like jackasses. The part of the leak, I'm going to remind you guys, if you go back and want to look at it on Reddit, the part of the leak that we all should really be paying attention to, I think more so than anything else, is the fact that the person said there's going to be major shakeups. You're going to hear rumors in the next few days. I mean, we already, Kathy Kennedy out. There's a rumor right there. Just shakeups, things like that for the next few days, weeks, and months. Okay, so this will be an ongoing process. But I do think that Disney is going to start looking into where all this started. I'm going to tell you something else. If you remember what I said, I'll remind you. Remember when Gina posted that picture of Iger photoshopped with that t-shirt on? Gina Carano did nothing wrong and then wrote, "Thanks, Bob." I have a feeling that that was a pointed statement, because you can't do shit like that to a guy like Bob Iger. Bob Iger is a very powerful man in the business. Okay, I don't think she was poking the bear. I think she was genuinely saying thank you, because I now think, and I thought it might be true, but now I think it's really true, that he went to bat for her. I think both the Bobs did. Okay, you don't play around with shit like Bob Iger. I mean, I want you all to think about that. That's like Ava Gardner getting fired from an MGM movie and then posting a picture of Louis B. Mayer in a t-shirt that said Ava Gardner did nothing wrong. Oh, Euler Greg is right. Yeah, Euler Greg is right. That's how big Bob Iger is. Okay. Louis B. Mayer, Jack Warner, Irving Thalberg. Okay, well, he's not a genius, Irving Thalberg was. But I'm telling you right now, you don't fuck around like that. Not with a guy like that. Okay, morning, old redneck. So when she posted that, I'm like, oh God, Gina, don't do that. And then I thought, interesting. And it was out in public, so her enemies could see it. Okay? That was very telling. So, to the people who are bitching and who need to bitch about that's an interesting thing there, Dave. The people who are bitching and need to bitch constantly about everything and really, aren't thinking about the ramifications. They hurt the fandom at times. I'm not saying you don't have a right to your own opinion, but I am going to say this: if your opinion's either formed by a bad attitude, or it's formed by you don't know what's going on, and or you didn't think about the ramifications, or it's your shtick, and that's how you get your channel out there, you're not helping anybody. Okay, Coach and the guys on Doomcock last night were basically saying, no matter which way Star Wars goes, we love it. We're not going anywhere, and we want it back. And it's not to say that we don't want to share it out, but we don't want what we love to be destroyed because these new people came in and decided they were the only ones that counted, which is exactly what happened. Okay? That is wrong. All right? That is self-centered. That is narcissistic. So anyway, just are we going anywhere?
No.
Okay, I'll be off in a couple minutes. We're gonna go do something. Anyway, and it's our anniversary today too. So, you can't. I mean, if that's the way you grow your channel, I guess that's okay. But I always try to have hope, because what else do we have? And she Kennedy leaving is literally, thank you guys, thank you, is literally the thing that will change everything. It will, thank you, old redneck. It will literally make, thank you, Vader fan, thank you, Carl M. It'll change everything. The only person, I wait for the actual press release. Thank you, Jedi Padawan. I do. And I'm not telling you again, they know it's coming. Look what happened to Trayla on Twitter. Okay. Look what's going on with Drunk 3PO. They know it's coming. The reason why they set rewriting Ripley out there is because they know it's coming. Okay? I've said this before, I'll say this again. We are going to be smeared as fans. We already are being. We're already being smeared. We have been smeared by Kennedy's people. This is going to change that. I think that the attacks on fans is going to cease because the people who are doing it are going to be gone. Oh God, I wish you would have had a sketch of Holdo. People would have been going, what the hell is that? But this is going to be the thing that really changes all of it. Okay. If Favreau comes in, even as creative director, and they have somebody like Mohsen Gupta just being the face of Lucasfilm, Pablo is the fanboy in chief. He's a cry bully. Do you guys know how many screenshots of shitty tweets I've found? And of course, Disney, they've told these guys, I know they've told these guys, quit doing that. And they keep doing it. And then Rewriting Ripley shows up. You got Matt Martin following them and retweeting their garbage. And, this is where they get in trouble. Here's the deal. These people aren't sophisticated enough to understand. A, they're being watched. B, they've been warned. C, every time they do something like that, they get another tick against them in the book. Whatever book Disney has. Think they're going to keep them around? No. I'll be very shocked if any of the story group within a year is still there. Okay. I think this stuff is going down before May the 4th, too, by the way. All right? I really, really do. And it's going to be really interesting watching the fallout because I'm going to tell you, the fans are going to be attacked. Even worse, by blue checks on Twitter, where they actually only, honey, Twitter has 200 million members, they say. Probably at least half of them are fake. It's the smallest social media network of the big three. And yet, the people that go on there, think that it's where we make decisions. It's like, no, it's where you cowards show up to cause trouble. It went from being a fun place to a cesspool. And, but yeah, this is a potential step in the right direction. And anybody who wants to disagree with that and, ask out loud, what does it matter? I gotta ask, where are you selling? Yeah, it would. It would be a great one. But I'm going to tell you guys, when, some Thursday or Friday afternoon, we're going to get a, Hollywood Reporter, Deadline Hollywood, Variety press release from Disney. Yeah, and that's going to be over. I mean, I can't imagine Jon Favreau even liking The Force Awakens. You know, yeah, I did. I did. He's a great guy. I wish I could stay up longer, but God, he goes on for 7 hours. Well, I think it's gonna happen. I really do think this is, like I've said this before. I'll say it again. This is gonna happen. It feels different now. It's hard to explain why I say that, but it really, really does. And I can't, like I said, I can't explain why this feels different than 2018, because we were all expecting it to happen in 2018, and then they brought her back again, and we're like, So anyway, I gotta rock, because I think we're gonna go somewhere, and then we got mass tonight. So anyway, you guys be good. You guys stay cool, and if something happens, I will try to come back. Okay. So I just wanted to say that the thing that we have to remind ourselves is Kennedy is the one that is protecting the people who've caused us so much trouble. Okay? And if she's gone, they're gone. Okay? If she's gone, Pablo's out. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care, behave, and I'll see you around the galaxy.